potential ghostwriting, quote unquote, clients are everywhere. They exist everywhere. Anyone with a big YouTube channel probably needs a ghostwriter. Anyone with a big podcast probably needs a ghostwriter. Anyone with a company probably needs a ghostwriter, you know? And it's becoming less and less stigmatized. Like the same way that you go, I want to make videos, I'm going to hire a video editor. Well, writing's the same way. You're like, I want to write tweets, LinkedIn posts, articles, newsletters, whatever. You're like, I need a writer, you know? So that stigma doesn't really exist anymore, or less and less. What it actually looks like is you just get on the phone with the person or get on Zoom or whatever, and you just go, okay, let's forget the whole 30,000 foot strategy. Like this one thing, what do you want to say? Like just one, it's a tweet, it's a thread, it's an article. I always tried to remind people, like, we're not going to figure out your entire life mission here, right? That will reveal itself.
Yep.
You know, Mentor had a great quote, which is, you can't steer a stationary ship. Right? If you're just sitting at your desk and you're just looking out into the world, you can anticipate it all you want, but the moment that ship leaves the harbor, if it starts raining, your plan is out the window, right? So I would say that to these people over and over again and be like, the end will reveal itself. For now, let's just focus on what is the one thing you want to write. And all you're doing is just herding their thinking. You know, you're just kind of whittling it down, getting clear on what it is that they want to say in this one piece. And the process that I did is I would take the phone call, I would record it, and I would use this website called Rev, which allows you to transcribe things. I would get the transcript, and I liked to think of ghostwriting myself as I'm not writing, I'm deleting. So you have a transcript, and they're giving you all the information, and your job isn't really to sit down and recreate it. Your job is to remove all the tangents and all the fluff and all the things that don't have to do with the one thing that they're trying to say. And then you're just using their words and reorganizing it. That's the way I liked thinking of ghostwriting. And it's a skill, but if you can get good at it, I mean, you can make a killing.
Yeah, like it's only recently this been, so like I work with a ghostwriter for like LinkedIn posts and stuff, because it's like I want to convert my videos where I've already said the stuff into tweet threads and LinkedIn posts, but I sure as hell don't want to do that myself. So like, hey, who wants to help out with this? And now that I've kind of seen what that process of working with a ghostwriter is like, I'm just kind of thinking like one of the ultimate side hustles these days is to be a video editor, because now having tried hiring video editors, it's just an absolute nightmare, and most people suck at it. And if someone just took my Skillshare class over a weekend, they could become like really good at video editing. I'm just like, why don't more people do this? So anytime people email me and be like, hey, I'm a student and I want to make money on the side, I'm just like video editing is like a good starting point. Teach yourself the skill. Find YouTubers who need editing, because they all do, especially like podcasts, everything except like content stuff. But increasingly, I'm starting to say to people, it's like, hey, you've got two options: video editing or writing. Like actually, if you are good at writing, like if you're a student and you've written essays and you can appreciate what like blog post writing is compared to essay writing, there's like zillions of like the local orthodontist, the local lawyer, the local accountant, they all need ghostwriters. Way more so than video editors, actually. And it seems like an incredible opportunity. It
is incredible. And to be honest, I even think it's even easier now than even 5, 6, 7 years ago when I was getting into it, which is just think about how many creators there are, and how the whole game, if you are a profitable creator, if you have some sort of business or product or service connected to your creation attention engine, right? You need to scale yourself on the internet with words. 50% of it could either be video, audio, and the other 50% is actual words and language. And so the lowest barrier to entry is a writer going to someone like you and going, I'm going to take your entire archive of YouTube videos. You've already done the work, and I'm going to extract all of the written content that you haven't created yet, right? And so as a ghostwriter, it's almost like humbling yourself and realizing you aren't getting paid to sit down and like be brilliant and quote unquote ghostwrite or ghost think, right? You already did the thinking. The ghostwriter just needs to go through your library and go, I'm going to scale you with words. And you can make 6 figures doing that from your bedroom in your sweatpants. I mean, that is not a hard job to get. And the way I like to frame it to people is The easiest and fastest way to do it is to do it for free first. Go find a creator, go find an entrepreneur, go find someone that you think should be scaling themselves with words on the internet and go, I'll do your first week of content for free. I'll write 10 threads for you for free. I'll write 5 blog posts for you for free. If you can do it well, that person will throw money at you.
Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, then click here for the full unedited episode. And if you like that, then do please consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.